people? The month is just another day, so I hope it's going for the first half of the week's been going well for you. This is Dave talking about improving your health, wellness, and fitness by balancing triad, which is work on your body, mind, and spirit. So I watched a Instagram video yesterday. I can't remember who it was from, but it got me thinking, and so that's today's video, which is what are your standards for yourself and your health? Now, in the video, the gentleman talking about he's a fitness professional. Well, I think he is, but he's soon going to be a father very soon. He knows life's going to change, but yet he still has, as he's calling them, standards. He has standards for his fitness, standards for his nutrition, standards for his business. He's going to do this. He knows things are going to be modified, things are definitely going to have to change, but yet he's not going to let those things completely go away. As interesting going through some of the comments that people are talking about, I was like, yeah, going through, it's like, yeah, sometimes, yeah, make modifications. No, you can actually do that. One, you just forget it. And I think a woman, she goes, yeah, people say you're gonna have to do this, you can eat whatever you want, you can do this and do that, and she goes, that's a bunch of BS. She's a mother of many children, more than children. Yeah, I'm thinking straight this morning. All right, but the idea is, it got me thinking about what are the standards you have for yourself. It got me thinking in my own life. It's like, okay, what are the standards you have? So, and these were standards that can be, over here what my notes are talking about. Your work. What are the standards you have for work? You have to complete a task sometimes. It's maybe you always show up 15 minutes early for work to make sure you're there on time, or 30 minutes early. What are the standards you have for relationship? Do you make sure with your partner you have at least one date night a week or something like that one there to make sure you get your time together? Do you set aside time for each other? What about for your children? Do you make sure you have standards so that you set aside time, or whatever it is? It could be set aside time to spend with them. Make sure you go to their practices, whatever it may be. Your health, your fitness, your wellness, your stress management, meditation. What are the standards you set for yourself? Now, just before this video, I was kind of writing down the description there. I started thinking it's Vishen Lakhiani in his book. I put it up. Code of Extraordinary Mind. He has what he calls non-negotiable set points, which are similar, I think, to the standards. For him, he's got certain set points. He have the one I know is if he starts to indulge a little bit more, maybe slacks off the exercise a little bit, maybe eats a little bit more of the food he's not supposed to. He's got a belt he's had for years, and he knows what belt loop, what hole it goes into. Excuse me. And if he goes on that, his waist starts to expand a little bit, that belt loop expands. So he's got to go to the next hole. He knows he slipped off, which means he's got to go back. He's got a set point. That's his non-negotiable set point. He's going to go through and do what he needs to do to slim back down. He has one too, I think, now I don't know if it's still the case anyways, but he also had where if he can't do 50 push-ups at one shot, then he's slacked off and he's got to work back to that. So something like that one there. Realize what are your set points in your standards. So as the gentleman I'm talking about, with anybody's got children or a lot of responsibilities like that, you know your life changes. You got, especially with a newborn, lack of sleep, there are different hours, your mind's different places. Now, you might have had those standards before. You can still have them, but do they simply just have to be modified a little bit? Do you have to maybe change things around? Before, I know the gentleman mentioned he used to spend 2 to 2.5 hours a day training, which is a lot. I think that's too much. And sometimes he'd do it in splits. Sometimes he'd do it in the morning, sometimes he'd do it in the afternoons. He's switched it down to, I think he's only about an hour and a half with his new child. That's an example for him. His standards, he changed them, he modified them. Then you kind of realize, what are the standards you have for yourself? So think about that, ponder. Do you have standards in those different areas of life, or just a few areas? And that you have some standards in certain areas of your life, but not so much in others. That's one of the cases for me. With my nutrition, I eat pretty healthy most of the time. Every once in a while, I'll take a dessert or something like that. And it's not something I concern myself. I was like, yeah, I want one. Okay, I'll take it. But I eat fairly healthy. I exercise on a regular basis. But some of my other standards, I might slip up a little bit. Getting to bed at a decent time, if you've watched me for a while, you know this has been an ongoing issue. Not super standard for me. Relationships, don't have anything right now, so it's not much of a standard. Business, getting some of the stuff done for the business, yeah, I could have that standard set a little higher. So, okay, just release up on screen, so another in there. Well, think about that. What are the areas you have standards on? Do you follow them? And some areas of life you don't. Or do you have something similar to what Vishen talked about as a non-negotiable set point? Do you have an area where you can test yourself and say, yes, I'm here, or no, I'm not? And if you don't have any set points or any standards, how or in what way would your life change if you did have them? I exercise, I eat, I'm pretty healthy. I know the way my body looks. Matter of fact, right now I'm starting to trim down a little bit. I'm starting to lay down with some of the exercises, and I've been doing some extra walking, especially some ruck walks. I know I'm starting to slim down a little bit. Now, if I didn't have those standards, if I didn't do that, I know full well what it would look like and what I don't want that. Something I want to make sure and have. So think of the areas in your life where maybe you do have standards, and in the areas you don't. What would happen if you had them? Think about that. Ponder about that. See what it might do for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Where have you had standards in your life and benefits to them? And then if you haven't had those standards or set points, what's been the consequences of them? All right. Let me know your thoughts on that, and I will catch you tomorrow. So have yourself a day. Take care and balance.